Justin, look, when you look at the numbers today, you ultimately had 6 shutout innings, which was fantastic, but there was some traffic. How did you find just kind of grinding through this outing, still looking for that excellence, but understanding there was some traffic there as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think, first off, I think Rush did a good job back there kind of keeping me in the rails. He did a good job just kind of, I think to collectively we did a good job just kind of, finding that attack there in like the 3rd inning and kind of moving forward. But yeah, we did a good job, and at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Like, runners on base, nobody on base, like, you're still trying to make pitches, and I think more times than not, if you make good pitches, you're going to get these hitters out, and that's kind of what was the game plan. And yeah, we did a good job of it.
Can you just tell me kind of the shift, if there was a shift in mindset or feeling, especially after those first 2 innings and the pitch count got up, and how you were able to just find ways to be a bit more efficient, to allow yourself the opportunity to get deeper into the game?
Yeah, I think it was just attack a little more. I think there was a little bit too much careful those first 2 innings, and we just kind of got back to what I do best moving forward there. And yeah, we did, like I said, Rush did a great job calling the game from there. And yeah, to get me through 6 was a big deal. And obviously it's always good to get through 6 and get deep into the game. But I think, had those first 2 innings not happened, we probably could have got a little deeper. So that's a little frustrating, but at the same time, managing that adversity that we had today was good, and it was good to kind of get through those innings clean.
Does that feel like another growth moment for you to not only get through those first couple innings, but then kind of find a rhythm after that?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I think it's just, again, like I said, it's just making pitches when you need them, and today I made the pitches when I needed to make them, and so that helped us get through those innings. And yeah, obviously you're not always going to do that, even when you make the pitches. Sometimes guys are going to hit them. This is the big leagues. These are the best hitters in the world, so sometimes guys hit them and sometimes they don't. So I think at the end of the day, it's just whether you're in the mindset of attacking or not attacking. I think that's kind of the big thing.
Through 4 starts each, you and Shohei have pretty much the same stats. What does that say about your status and your performance in the rotation?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're throwing it well, but at the end of the day, like, the goal is to go out there and throw up zeros, and however you get to do that, like, we're gonna do it. And yeah, it's great, it's cool, but at the same time, like, I think he would tell you the same thing. The goal is just to go out there and throw up zeros, and I'm so happy that he's doing it. I'm sure he's happy that I'm doing it. I think the starting rotation is doing a great job generally right now, so I think as a group we're doing a really good job of just kind of going after hitters and getting deep into ball games, which I think the past couple of years maybe hasn't been as much, and so it's been good to see, like, Emmett go out there and dominate, and Roki kind of mixing things up now with that newer splitter and throwing the harder one, whatever. So, like, he's just doing, like, everyone's doing a great job, and it's been super fun to watch.
Mickey was just saying that he and you had a conversation earlier in the year where you were just saying, I just want a chance to get 6 or 7 starts, show what I can do.
Yeah.
Is that what this is?
I mean, I think I've been saying that. I think I've thought that, and I kind of, I told that to Mark when they called me this offseason, like, to kind of go over last year. And yeah, I mean, it's, obviously you always want those opportunities, but again, like, that's not something I can control. It's not something that, is in my power. The only things that are in my power is every time I go out there, just making sure I'm attacking the hitters, I'm attacking the zone. And yeah, today I didn't do as good of a job of that, but at the same time, I think, if your mentality is just to get better each time out, the chips are going to fall where they're going to. I think if that's your mindset, you're going to be in a good spot. So yeah, that's a conversation we had, but at the same time, like, it's a great opportunity for me, and I don't take the opportunity lightly. There's so many guys that would kill to be in this spot that I'm in, and have the opportunity to start games here at Dodger Stadium in front of these fans, and just start games for this team in general. It's been super, super cool.
When you look at those starts that you have had, just what are you most proud of that you've been able to showcase? Yeah,
I think it's kind of just feels back to what I did coming up, where it was just, every time I go out there, I'm going to, I think I'm going to try to give quality each time out, whether I'm throwing well or not throwing well. I think that's been the big thing, is just every time out, let's see how I can raise the floor of when I'm not my best, like, where I can go. And I think that's kind of what I've been most proud of. I think, I'm just continually making strides each outing, and there's always things you can improve on. But I think at the end of the day, that's kind of what I'm most proud of, is just the continued growth and just incremental small things that probably don't you don't see on the outside, but that are big things for me. So that's been.
Dalton, when you look at just what Justin was able to do today, especially kind of, obviously there was traffic, but how you guys were able to get out of it, navigate those 6 innings of work, what are you seeing just from him, and what do you think was the key for you guys to find ways to kind of get back on track, essentially?
Yeah, I think we were just a little too cute early. Try to be perfect, and it's not him, you know. We recreated the game plan downstairs, and Mark kind of let us know stay on the attack, and I think that really helped us moving forward. Obviously, it's always a good sign to have your starter go 6. 6 shutout, even better. But yeah, it's just, once again, it's a testament to our starting pitching right now and where we're at, and everyone's doing a great job. Obviously, we're avoiding runs early in the game, getting out of jams. It's good to see. But yeah, we're going to carry it over into next series.
Mm-hmm. Do you look at just kind of this matchup and how, just in general, with 9 shutout innings technically, do you look at this matchup kind of as a really good test for, especially guys in the bullpen, and how you were able to find ways to also get back on track with them, even if there was a runner on, or kind of just that first guy, leadoff guy, getting on, but then ultimately you guys being able to come back and shut things out?
Yeah, I think from a personal standpoint for those guys, it's kind of a build of confidence, a little boost right there, and yeah, anytime you throw a shutout as a team, it's a good sign. But yeah, like I said, everybody's kind of doing their part. Everyone's showing up, getting strike 1, and then executing put away from there. And it's obviously fun to work with them. But once again, we have to carry it over and continue to do it.
Dave was saying that the best thing about what Justin's done this month is his confidence and knowing who he is as a pitcher.
Yeah.
Who is he as a pitcher?
You said it. Carries a lot of confidence. Trusts every single pitch that he has. He has a lot of them. But like I said, we got a little too cute early on, and it took us going downstairs and kind of recreating the plan a little bit. And new word, attack every hitter, make them get themselves out, you know. And yeah, it worked out for us. For a guy like that, the stuff's so good. So it's just like, it's fill up the strike zone early, and you'll get guys to expand as the at bat goes on.
Too cute, just to like trying to nibble.
Yeah, just nibbling, you know, and it's easy to do that as a starter for sure. Especially if you want to go the distance, you're trying to chase strikeouts, in which I don't think he was doing it at all. He's very confident and competitive person, and if he has the opportunity to be perfect, he's going to make sure he is.
Dalton, Counsell called the AB against Horner in the 2nd inning where Justin was down 3-0.
Yeah.
And then he went 3-0 to Suzuki later,
Yeah.
a couple innings later. Can you describe how he came back from those counts to get those guys out in those situations?
Yeah, I think it goes back to what I just said. It's just kind of flip the game plan a little bit. You're not trying to find this corner or that corner. It's, hey, I'm going to throw it and hit it if you hit it. If not, we're going to throw it in the strike zone. And I think once we kind of started to establish the strike zone early, as the game went on, obviously we got better results and quicker innings.
How much of who Justin is as a pitcher is him just a pound in his own? Is that a guy that's generated a ton of strikeouts, mainly because instead of nibbling, he's been able to so effectively pound the zone?
Yeah, I think he learned a lot about himself. I've obviously got to work with him a lot in the past, and 2024 was a year that I really think he recreated himself a little bit. There's no more like chasing strikeouts. Guys, get him in the box, get him out of the box as much or as quick as possible. And I think ever since then he's obviously excelled so much as a pitcher. But being able to find that as yourself as a player, I think it's very special. And the fact that he did it in 24 and he's only built off of it since then is obviously a good sign.
There were times last year when the offense would go sideways for even like a week, or it might take a little while to get out of it. What's been different about these last 2 days for you guys to get back on track so quickly?
I think we're just taking team at bats. I think we're swinging at the right pitches. We're not getting out of our approach as a team, being aggressive, whatever it is, whatever the situation kind of entails for you. But yeah, I just thought we had some big hits today. I thought we had some good 2-out knocks, taking walks, obviously getting runners on base, creating traffic, and that's a good team over there. It's a team that came in here hot, and obviously it's a really good